After months of slowing sales, Hamilton's housing market is starting to show signs of life again, with the first increase in home sales we've seen since May. But does this mean the market is bouncing back for good? Let's see as we discuss the September housing market stats for Hamilton and Burlington and reveal what this could mean for buyers and sellers as we move through the fall market. Hi there, my name is Morgan Little. I have people every week just like you reach out to me about moving to or around Hamilton. If at any time I can do anything to help your journey, feel free to shoot me a text here or book a call using the Calendly link in the description below, and I look forward to connecting. Now, let's get into it, starting with a statement from the Realtors Association of Hamilton and Burlington entitled "Prices Ease as Conditions Favor the Buyer." Following several months of easing sales, September reported a shift in activity as sales rose over last year's levels. Sales improved across all of the reporting areas within the region and were driven mainly by gains for detached and row homes. Despite the increase in sales, levels remained below long-term trends for the month and did not offset the pullback reported earlier in the year. It goes on to quote, "Further rate cuts, recent price declines, and improving supply choice helped bring more buyers back to the market this month. While this is not a drastic change in the market, it does point to a potential shift in trends. Buyer optimism is returning and will likely increase as interest rates continue to decrease." Okay, so something to note here is we are discussing what happened in the month of September, which historically has an uptick because people are returning back from summer vacation, so some of this is to be expected. But this, coupled with the 3 interest rate cuts that we've recently had, could have a continuing impact on the amount of home sales and home prices. Whether we've seen the bottom of the quote-unquote crash or correction or whatever you want to call it from the time we had interest rates rise to their top and continue to come down does remain to be seen, but there does seem to be more activity from buyers who have been sitting on the sidelines.
I'm ready to go in, coach. Just give me a chance.
Let me know what you think. Are buyers coming back into the market now that we're seeing the Bank of Canada show real intent on lowering interest rates? Plus the fact that there's many more homes to choose from. Does this describe you? Let me know in the comments. We had 459 home sales in Hamilton in the month of September, up a spicy 17.4% from the same time last year and up from 424 in August. As mentioned in this Hamilton Spectator article, the modest recovery in sales marks the first time that monthly home sales have grown in the city since May. Again, August tends to be one of the slowest months of the year, so this isn't earth-shattering news, but it does show that people are taking the opportunity to get back into the market now that summer is over. We're also well below our 10-year average, so it may be just time for us to move back towards the upside. New listings hitting the market in September were 1,487. That's up a solid 14.3% from 2023, showing that sellers are likely anticipating more buyer activity by listing their homes amid the mounting inventory. There could be an element of some sellers being in a position where their hand is being forced due to affordability, but that's not likely the majority. This number is up from only 955 in August, partially due to seasonality, but also to general market sentiment gaining confidence. The total homes available in Hamilton in September was 2,471, up a juicy 38.7% from this time last year. Bam! Now that gives buyers some choices to choose from. This is up from 1,922 in August. Buyers who are ready are getting out there and taking their time to find the house that's right for them. If this describes you, I'm happy to have a chat. Or if you're just starting out your search and you're looking for some recommendations on mortgage brokers, feel free to reach out at my number here or use the link in the description. On to the months of supply, which of course is tied to the amount of inventory. It sat at 5.4 months in September, which is up about 18%. This is the amount of time it would take for all of the houses on the market to sell if none other were listed. That was also up 50% in August compared to the year before. And the average number of days that a home sits on the market before selling has continued to climb as well, topping out at 40 in September, which leads up to the average price of a home in Hamilton of $816,579, up almost 5% from the year before and up from just under $795,000 last month. So sales are up, prices are up. The rules of supply and demand seem to be intact. Will this continue? That remains to be seen as the fall can fly by, and before you know it, you'll be thinking about Christmas and making plans and not paying attention to real estate. Although I will say that is the time when some of the best deals are found. Just some food for thought. Now, I get a lot of comments on my videos when I talk about the average price as I tout Hamilton as an affordable alternative to Toronto, Mississauga, Oakville, and Burlington. So just to clarify, you can absolutely get a home for less than $800,000 in Hamilton. Here's a look at the benchmark price for different types of homes in Hamilton. The benchmark is the price of a home that represents the most popular set of features. And so yes, for detached homes, this is $838,000. However, this is influenced by surrounding upscale neighborhoods like Stony Creek, Flamborough, Dundas, and Ancaster. It's still very achievable to find a lovely detached home in a family-friendly neighborhood like Homeside or Crown Point in the $600,000 range. And as commonly seen and shown in the Spectator article, sought after Hamilton Mountain was the most popular place to buy in September, with 108 homes sold and an average price of $752,490. The benchmark for semis was $741,000, townhomes were $659,000, and condo apartments were $463,000. So just as an FYI, for anybody considering moving to Hamilton, there is something for everyone's budget. Now across to Burlington we go, and we saw 159 sales, up 14.4% year over year, but not much change from the month before, where we've seen stagnating numbers. The new listings were at 453, up 15% again from last year, and up fairly significantly from last month's only 303. This has added to the overall inventory on the market of 692 homes for sale in Burlington, up almost 45% from this same time last year, where we saw rising interest rates. Similar to Hamilton, the months of supply and average time for a home to sell have continued to climb since last year at 4.5 months for all the homes to sell if no other listings came on the market, and about 40 days sitting on the market for those homes to sell. And here we're seeing an average price of $1,114,226, up 7.5% from last year, but down from last month's $1,172,556. But what does it all mean? Well, similar to Hamilton, we are seeing increased overall activity. Burlington had been one of the hardest hit in terms of slowdown, but we are dealing with a smaller market and higher price points in general, so it wasn't due to an unexpected outside force other than the uncertain high interest rate environment that we've seen over the last number of months. So will Burlington continue to increase in home sales and prices? I don't see why not. All that being said, I hope this has been helpful. Again, if there's ever anything I can do to help in your journey whatsoever, even if it's just to pick my brain about moving from Toronto to Hamilton and Burling, feel free to reach out, shoot me a text here, book a call using the Calendly link in the description below. Until that time, I'll see you on the next one.